JCPS takes another step to further shave off its nearly $190 million budget deficit by redesigning the way staff from the Exceptional Child Education team work with the students they serve on campuses. These are students who live with learning disabilities. Wave News reporter Julia Richardson was at the meeting tonight, joining us now. And Julia, we're breaking down the progress reached after a previous idea was voted down, and it forced the superintendent to make those changes.
Yeah, Jose, the ECE organizational charts passed with only 2 board members, Taylor Everett and James Craig, voting no. Now, the last time these charts were presented to the board, Superintendent Dr. Brian Yearwood was asked to go back to the negotiating table with the unions and impacted staff. And at tonight's meeting, those groups told the board that those efforts were appreciated. Now, when the ECE charts were first presented earlier this month, board members, the unions, and impacted staff said they wanted reductions in workdays to be fair and for supervisors to also share that burden. The most significant changes to these charts was a reduction in 5 days for certain role groups, including school psychologists. The cuts will save the district over $250,000. One school psychologist, Dr. Anna Freeman, spoke to the board, saying she and her colleagues were appreciative of district staff working with them.
Over these past several weeks, you didn't just hear from us, you leaned into learning. You took the time to understand our training, our supervision, and the many ways our work shows up across the district.
Now, district staff say they need to cut around $132 million with organizational charts across JCPS. Tonight, Dr. Yearwood said with the ECE cuts that were approved, the district is well over $100 million into those cuts.
We're getting very close to our end product. You know, it's a process, right? We have areas that we refine. There are areas that, again, we have to give back according to certain needs, but we're making progress.
Yearwood said he and his staff went through various negotiations with unions, but one union that did not see any changes from the charts previously presented was JCTA. The budget for the 2026-2027 school year will not be completely finalized until around May. Julia Richardson, Wave News.
Still a developing story. Thank you.